What's going on, guys? Today we're back in the garage with another video about the Subaru WRX. Like all the parts I've been buying in these videos, I found this on Facebook Marketplace. This is a Cobb short shifter. I was reading online and many people have problems with the 5 speeds kind of having an issue going into third gear from second to third. Generally it's not from third to fourth, like if you're downshifting. So I was doing some research and they recommended changing your gear oil, and you'll see behind me I have a bunch of gear oil there. That'll be another video, but first I'm going to start with trying to put a short shifter in, and my thought process here is maybe that the linkage is just worn out or the bushings, so I'm going to try and change that as well. There's many different aftermarket options for stiffer bushings, and I'm hoping that maybe it's not the synchros and it's just loose bushings and it's not fully engaging when you push it in. With the short throw shifter, my thought here is that it would have a longer travel with a shorter amount of distance. So hopefully that'll engage the gear better. But anyways, today guys, we're going to be installing this and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. So thanks for watching. And as always, please comment, like, and subscribe. It helps me out huge and it costs you guys nothing. Hey guys, so the very first thing you want to do is take off your shift knob. So all you're going to do, it depends on what shift knob you have. I have an aftermarket one, so all I do is undo this collar down here. And then I just simply twist this off. And then we're just going to put that to the side because we're going to be reinstalling it on the new shifter. Okay guys, so step 2 is you're going to want to grab a Phillips screwdriver, and then in the center console here there's one Phillips screw right there. Okay guys, so since we got those 2 Phillips screws out of here, now next what we're going to do is remove the boot from the e-brake, and that's going to expose a Phillips screw right here. So how you're going to do that is you're just going to take both of your hands and it goes all the way down to the side here, and you're just going to pull up and it should release the clips. There's one. There's 2. Okay, and now there's one Phillips screw right here. We're going to undo that. There's the Phillips screw I was talking about. So now that we have both Phillips out and this screw here, there's only one more pop clip right here. So what we're going to do is just lift up like that, and now we can move the entire piece backwards out of our work area. I just leave it connected like that because there's some wires in there, but now it gives you more room, and then you're going to start taking this centerpiece off here. Guys, now that we have that done and our shift knobs off, that should have been step 1. Now we can take both our fingers, both thumbs, put them directly in the corners, and then you should hear it pop up like that. And then same thing at the front here, you're going to take both hands and then just pull. And now our shifter cover is off. We're just got to get this around the ring on the shifter here. And that's off like that. Be gentle with it because this plastic can scratch easily, and we can remove that and put it for safekeeping. So there's 2 flatheads, one right here and one right here. They're just plastic clips, so we're going to remove those now. Okay guys, now that both those plastic clips are removed, we can actually start to remove our shift boot here. And you'll see the foam. I like to just get one side out, and then we can take our boot off like that. Mine's ripped unfortunately, but we can just move that to the side. And then as you guys can see now, let me see, we have a 10mm bolt at the very bottom here, And what you're going to want to do is get a 10mm socket and a wrench, and then undo this. Sorry guys, a little correction there. It is a 12mm. So I'm just going to take my 12mm wrench, put it on this side, and then take my 12mm socket. I gotta flip that. And we are just going to loosen this. You don't want to lose this hardware because you'll be using it to reinstall the new one. And just like that, you'll see the shifter now is disconnected from the linkage, and that is the bolt there. Okay guys, for the next step, you're going to want a pair of snap ring pliers, because as you can see right there, there's a snap ring that's holding that ball into the urethane coupler. So we're going to need to undo that clip before we can remove it. Okay, for those of you who don't know, this is what you call a snap ring plier, and what it's going to do is essentially it's a C-clip with 2 holes, and when you squeeze it, it releases the tension, and when it's left alone, it opens the tension to keep the actual ball bearing, in this case, in place. So what we're going to do is close it with these and then remove it. Okay guys, so the snap ring's been removed, and there's the white bushing like I showed you earlier there. There is O-rings around it, so when you pull up, you kind of want to do it in a manner. What I'm doing is I'm turning this, where it would normally connect with the 12mm bolt, I'm turning it sideways like this to get it in a straight plane to pull out. And it should help if you just do it easy like that. And as you can see, my snap ring is still attached and the O-rings are still intact. So we're going to be using this piece to put back on the new one. So at this point, we've successfully removed it. Now it's just time to reinstall the new one. Okay guys, we're out of the car now, and as stated earlier, you can see here where we're going to be implementing this onto here to reinstall it. Another thing to note here is if you line these two up, you can actually see how much shorter of a throw it will be. On the Cobb, the factory one is non-adjustable, so there's no adjustment obviously, but on the Cobb, what you can do is you can loosen these 3 Allen bolts, and you can actually change the height of your shifter as well as the throw. So if you want a shorter throw, you would take this piece here with the ball on it, and you would push it into the sleeve. If you wanted a longer height for your shift knob, you would increase that or decrease it. But this is what's going to affect the actual length of throw for your shifter. And so what I'm going to do now is take this off and then reinstall it onto the Cobb. But I think I'm going to shorten this, because as you can see, if you line these two up, it seems to be around the same height, which wouldn't give us any difference. So I am going to shorten that up. Okay guys, so I've loosened those 3 Allen keys, and this is what I was talking about. So the longer you go out, the longer throw of a shift you will have. The closer you go in, the shorter throw of a shift you will have. So I think I'm going to set mine. That indication, I'm going to assume that's factory, like they probably put that there. I'm just assuming this, but that's probably if you wanted the factory spec, which looks like it would be, just because it lines up and around the same. So I'm going to set mine right about there. I do like a shorter shift, so we'll try that, and we can always readjust it. Okay guys, so now what we're going to do is remove this plastic piece from the ball, and you're going to notice there was some grease on it. You can do one of 2 things. You can take that grease and rub it back on here. I have some brake lubricant for the pads. It's an all-around lubricant. It really shouldn't matter. I'm just going to put a little bit on here because that plastic piece still has a lot of it. I'm just going to give it a quick, you're probably better off using some sort of silicone lubricant or something, but right now at the moment this is all I have. And then what we're going to do is, with our O-ring still attached, we are just going to take it from the side here. You'll see it kind of compress. It's going to be hard with all the lube, and then boom, just like that, we have that reinstalled. it feels kind of crunchy, so I'm going to take it off and just kind of clean out the old lubricant because I don't want any feedback coming through that. I want to make it as clean and smooth as possible. Okay, another thing you're going to want to do now is remove your snap ring from there, and you're going to want to just place it gently, get it around here, just so when you go to reinstall it, right here, when you go to reinstall it, you're not, you won't be able to if you get the linkage on first. So you have to reinstall this here outside of the car. Okay guys, so we're back in the car now. We have everything set up, and I'm going to do a quick test with it just to make sure that everything works and it's as short as I want, because now is the time to adjust it if it isn't. So what I'm going to do is I have the C-clip on like I showed you. I've greased it, I've reinstalled the O-rings, and I'm just going to do a little pop this in. Just try and get this in here. It's hard to line it up because it wants to move so much. And yes, that is in, but the C-clip is not. So what I'm going to do is take our 10mm bolt, because all I'd have to do now to uninstall it would be to pop it back out. I don't have to undo this C-clip. So we're just going to line our bushings up with the shifter itself. And once that is installed, like that, we'll just thread the nut on like so. It will be easier to put the C-clip on without this in the way, obviously. But, so, as you can see, okay, so that is third, that's first, that's second, that's third, that's fourth, that's fifth. Push down, it should go into reverse. Yeah, so I think I like where it is. It's a lot shorter, I will say that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and reinstall it. That's first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So I'm going to undo this bolt and then put the C-clip back in. Okay, so the C-clip's reinstalled. It was kind of tricky because the Cobb shifter is a little bit bigger, if you would. So now it is time to start actually putting back our 10mm bolt. And I'm just going to take it like this. Same way they reinstalled it. So if you don't remember, on driver's side is bolt head, on passenger side is nut. I don't know if it would matter too much, but that's how it came out from the factory. So I'm just going to follow what they did. And again, this is a 12mm, so you can take your 12mm wrench and your 12mm socket that you had out earlier and just tighten that back up. You don't have to go too tight on it. I wouldn't crank it down too much, but you definitely don't want to leave it loose, because then you'll be taking apart your trim again unnecessarily. That's nice and snug. I don't think that's going anywhere. Okay, now we can adjust our shifter height. So what I'm going to do is put the boot back on just to see a little bit, like towards yourself, which isn't too bad. It is definitely a shorter throw. But I might bring the shifter up just a little bit, or actually I might leave it there. I'm not sure yet, but that's totally up to you. So I'm going to figure that out, and then I'll get back to showing you guys reinstalling it. And again, guys, don't forget to reinstall those two 10mm bolts or Phillips, and that is a install complete. As you can see, it sits a lot lower. So just for you guys to see, this is first, second, third, fourth,
5th. It's a lot tighter. It's a lot shorter of a throw, and I like it. So if you guys are interested in doing this install, please watch this video. Give me a comment, like, and subscribe if I helped you out. It's free. Chart costs you nothing, but helps me out huge. And thanks for watching, guys.